and he was talking to his mother on the phone, and it was... Honey, what's the matter?
It's Greenlee Smythe.
What about her?
I don't know, Mom. Something about her gives me the creeps. No more lies, no more excuses. Myrtle, the truth is that my mother is extremely upset with me right now. She left the house last night, and she hasn't been home since.
Oh.
She may never want to see me again.
Oh, darling, I don't believe that. Now, I know that Erica has been getting herself into a state about some of the problems the two of you had, but she wouldn't shut you out of her life, not for anything in this world.
You weren't here Christmas Eve. Myrtle, I told my mother something about myself that she didn't want to hear, something that maybe made her sick, maybe made her hate me.
Oh, now, you bite your tongue. Erica would never hate you, not in a million years.
She would if I gave her a reason. See, Myrtle, I told my mother that I'm gay.
So that is the reason for all this? Oh, you darling girl. Good heavens. You had me scared half to death. Oh. There. Come on, sit down. Now listen, darling. I know you threw your mother a loop. But give her time to get used to it. And then she'll come round.
You didn't need time to get used to it.
Oh, honey, in my life, I have seen everything twice. Right?
Absolutely.
I mean, you being gay is just part of who you are.
Myrtle, you're the best. But you know my mom. She's not gonna get used to it. She's not gonna come around. I mean, I'm like the anti-Erica.
Oh.
I'd be surprised if she doesn't throw me out of the house.
Myrtle, will you please tell her how crazy that is?
Of course, absolutely crazy. Listen, darling, you are part of Erica's flesh and blood, and she would rather cut her heart out than lose you. She loves you. She loves you very, very much.
That was before I dropped my bombshell. Myrtle, you weren't here last night. Neither were you, Uncle Jack. You didn't hear her. She actually accused me of turning gay to spite her.
Oh.
She did? Well, I'll have a word or three to say to her when she gets home.
Yeah.
I should probably go upstairs and pack my things anyway. Even if she doesn't throw me out of the house, she'll send me off to some boarding school so that she doesn't have to look at me every day and say, what went wrong?
Look, darling, we mustn't jump to a lot of depressing conclusions. Now, what I think we should do is right now get a fix on where this Erica has disappeared to.
Laura, what is it about Greenlee that bothers you?
I don't know. It's like a vibe she gives off.
A vibe? What kind of a vibe?
Yeah, like she's got more than one face.
Well, that could be said for a lot of us.
Yeah, well, people reveal things about themselves when they think no one else is watching.
Honey, she did you a favor when she told you who pushed you overboard.
Do you think, Mom? Well, I wonder, I just can't see Bianca doing that to me.
Laura, Bianca's had a lot of problems, all right? And she was drugged that night.
So it still doesn't total. Bianca and I had like this sister thing going. And she swears she didn't push me.
Well, if that's the case, why hasn't she told you who did?
I don't know. That's what's making me so crazy. It's like, if Bianca saw what happened, why is she dissing me and protecting them?
What's going on? Oh, my God.
It looks like trouble. Leo, what happened?
I took a dip.
Well, what, are you a member of the Penguin Club?
Greenlee was teaching me how to toboggan. We picked up too much speed, jumped the slope, jumped right past the skaters, past the sign that said danger thin ice. I stood up, I sank. No, go ahead, laugh. Everybody else did.
No, you're right. It's not funny. You could have been killed.
Nah, luckily it was just my pride that was wounded. Greenlee! Where's my hot cider? Will you excuse me for a second?
Okay.
Hi. Hi. Do you mind if we talk by ourselves?
I'm not sure how I feel about you being alone with Laura.
Please, it's about what happened that night on Ryan's yacht.
Mom, it's okay.
I will be right outside.
Laura, I owe you a major apology. Not for pushing you off the yacht. I didn't do it, but for not telling you who really did.
So you do know. Why didn't you tell me before?
I couldn't.
Why not?
Personal reasons, but those reasons no longer exist. And you deserve to know who almost killed you. Other people should know too, before they get hurt.
So, okay. Who pushed me?
Laura, I saw Bianca leave. What did she want? Honey, what's the matter?
Cider
What's the matter?
warm you inside out.
Yeah, sure I can get home.
You wicked bitch! Bianca didn't push me off that yacht. You did it.
Did your brain freeze? I didn't push you off the yacht.
You and all your phony concern. You give me a fancy camera to make me feel better? You did it out of guilt.
I don't know where you get your 411, but you've been misinformed.
Someone saw you do it.
I didn't do anything. Look, I'm just as much a victim here as you are. Somebody must really hate me to spread a lie like this. Who told you?
Someone I trust.
And maybe you trust the wrong people.
Just tell me why you did it. What have I ever done to you?
Laura, I realize that you think that Greenlee was the one that pushed you over the boat, but she could never do anything that malicious, ever.
See, that's true. Somebody obviously has a vendetta against me, and I want to know who's trashing me behind my back.
Bianca told me.
Bianca? Well, that explains it. She's the one who pushed you in, and now she's putting it on me to save her own skin.
Laura, honey, are you all right?
Well, let me get this straight. Bianca told you that Greenlee pushed you overboard.
Yes.
When did you talk to her?
When you and Greenlee were off getting your cider.
So Bianca just happens by and fesses up that I'm the big bad sea wolf.
She was very shaken up, Greenlee. It wasn't an act.
What I don't get is why she took so long to tell you.
Exactly. I mean, if she was telling the truth, don't you think she would have piped up a long time ago?
I'm just glad she finally came forward with it.
But don't you see? It's more proof that she's guilty.
How do you figure that?
Don't tell me you haven't noticed how much Bianca enjoyed being your little buddy. I mean, she pushed you overboard for warped reasons of her own, and now she regrets it because you're mad at her, as any sane person would be. It makes perfect sense. She wants to be your friend again, Laura, and what better way than to announce she knows who really did it? She thinks you'll be so grateful that you'll take her back.
Yeah, but why name you, Greenlee? I mean, Laura's right. You and Laura hardly know each other.
Bianca hates me. I was the easy choice. What other explanation could there be?
Bianca's. She made perfect sense.
What else did she say?
She told me she couldn't tell me before because of a personal reason.
That covers a lot of territory.
Well, she says that reason doesn't matter anymore.
Bianca's very sweet, if you like the type, but you can't possibly take her seriously. And the girl's unstable. Nearly burning down Erica's house, trying to starve herself to death. I mean, Extreme is Bianca's middle name. She moves back to town, her dad dies, and the kicker is she lives under the velvet fist of Erica Kane. That's enough to make anybody snap.
I believe Bianca.
Shoving Laura overboard was just another thing Bianca's done to act out. Who knows what she'll do next?
Something doesn't add up. I mean, she's been through a lot, but she seems pretty well adjusted to me.
She's always on her best behavior with you because she wants you to love her.
I don't know what to believe now. But I think it's time to bring in the police.
No! I mean, was probably just an accident. Or the libido-zone, and we can't hold Bianca responsible for something she did under the influence of a drug.
Well, I can't forget I almost died.
Bianca's obviously having a lot of emotional problems. Bringing in the police right now would just be much worse for her.
Oh, now you're concerned about Bianca.
You know, you accuse Bianca, Bianca accuses you, and there's no proof for either one of you.
What's the dilemma? I mean, you can either believe me, a member of one of Pine Valley's most respected families, or Bianca, the poster child for troubled teens.
This has never quite worked for me, Bianca pushing Laura overboard.
I told you, Bianca was jealous.
She's not the jealous type. Laura, are you sure that you didn't misunderstand anything that Bianca said?
I'm positive she told me Greenlee did it.
Well, there's the rub. I'm just as positive that Greenlee's innocent. She swore to me that she didn't do it, and I believe her.
Leo, you can't let this go so easily. Come on, you have to listen to me.
Wait a minute, Leo's mine.
Leo's mine! You got that? There are other fish in the sea!
Oh, my God. I remember. I was in the water. I couldn't breathe. I heard you. I saw you. You yelled to me. You even laughed.
Are you sure?
Mom, she pushed me. I'm sure Greenlee did it.
I thought we settled this. I didn't do it.
I saw you.
You were drugged, trying to stay afloat in the dark. I mean, how could you know who was at the rail? There were tons of people on deck that night.
Yet no one else told me to stay away from Leo. It was you.
That's not true, Leo. She doesn't know what she's
Everything
saying.
that comes out of your mouth is a lie.
Brawling is not going to solve anything.
Mom, she almost killed me.
Let's go to the car. I'm not finished with this. Or you, Greenlee.
Can you believe the tude on Laura? As if I would ever do something so déclassé. You said it yourself. I could never be that malicious. If you weren't here to defend me, I don't know what I would have done. You know what's going on, don't you?
You'll tell me.
Bianca has this huge crush on Laura. And when Laura kissed you, she went green and then went and gave Laura the old heave-ho. And now she's making me out to be the villain so she can win Laura back. Make my life miserable. How twisted is that?
I've seen worse.
What screw-ups, the porno princess and tortured lesbianka? They're perfect for each other. God, you must be freezing. If it weren't for Laura, we'd be in a hot bubble bath with champagne on the side right now. Why don't we go order pizza? We can pick it up on the way home. Dumb. You know, I know how much you like jalapenos and everything, but can we get it without? Leo? Leo, hey! Where'd you go? I forgot your toboggan.